Okay, updates. I got to really put skates on here, but Snowline did one of the most remarkable deals I've seen for an exploration company. They basically consolidated after, and look, without going into the details, it was painful, but they consolidated 100% ownership in all of the white area that you see there. So that Venus and Jupiter, or sorry, in Ein, Einerson property, which is in white with an outline, that was consolidated. There was a 30% owner, and they bought him out. They bought him out for bugger all. It cost them 1.2 million Canadian and a share payment of a little over a million Snowline shares with a 4-month hold. That's the deal of a lifetime. Why? Because Jupiter, this discovery that was made just 3 short years ago, sits right in the middle of Einerson. Okay. We have a discovery that we haven't been able to talk about for 3 years. Okay. Think about that. They've made the discovery of Valley. It's wonderful. Hooray. But we haven't been able to talk about Jupiter. We have holes there well over 100 gram meters, somewhere in the hundreds of gram meters. We can now get back there and drill the thing. This is exciting. Basically, they've cleared the way so that they can get back to work at Jupiter. That means the value of the company can only go up from here. And they also have this optionality now where if somebody came in, let's say, and made an offer to buy out Snowline for Valley, they could spin out and they still have a massive discovery here at Jupiter. I think this is one of the best grassroots discoveries I've seen in ages, aside from Valley. Okay. And they have them both in their inside their portfolio, and they have 100% ownership. Wonderful, wonderful job, guys. Go to the next slide. Another land deal. Look, Sitka announced they cleared out and took 100% ownership of the Barney Ridge property, which is on the west end of their claim block. You can see over here on the right-hand side, Barney Ridge. It was a small part of their bigger land block, but it does have some of the reduced intrusions in there. You can see the Clover, Lucky Charm, and Leprechaun zones. These are great undrilled targets, reduced intrusive targets, much like those at Blackjack and Eiger. Now, you say, well, geez, what's a big deal about this? You know what? The only time I've seen companies do this, like go out of their way to clean stuff up and make sure they got 100% ownership, is because they know they got the goods. Okay. That's my take. Okay. When a company knows it's onto something big, it likes to clean up, all the land issues that it has. So to me, this ushers in the likely, and a likely outcome that Sitka will announce something, big as time goes on. Let's hope. Next slide. Okay, otherwise known as highway robbery, Newfound acquired Lab Gold's Kingsway project up in Newfoundland. The blue is the Kingsway project. You can see this does include a portion of the Appleton Fault Corridor. They basically bought it for $20 million in shares. And, it gives Lab a very big treasury. But I think at this point, what the takeaway from this is that this consolidation gives Newfound a commanding position on this gold belt. All right. It also probably puts Newfound in a better position to be a takeout candidate. Think about it. They basically cleaned up a discombobulated land situation. Now it's cleaned up. But it also gives them a lot of new ground to go out and drill and test. And we already know the guys at Newfound have kind of the secret sauce, technical sauce to go out and make discovery. Okay, so I think this is an excellent deal for Newfound. For Lab shareholders, it means that Lab will likely use its treasury to go off and hopefully find a new project or do something that creates value for its own shareholders. All right, go to the next slide. Okay, Line 1 put out an update this week. It's been a while since we've seen an update, but you can see they had phenomenal drilling in infill out of Zone 2. Some just bonanza grades once again. There's numbers in there in the hundreds of grams per ton, and that's what I would expect from a system like this. But the highlights from the operation side, a lot of people read this and they go, what on earth is this? Like 2,630 meters of sludge hole drilling complete. Okay, what does that mean? They're basically drill defining the URW1 and Morale loads in Zone 2. They are air leg mining of the UR2, so they got production stopes going. and also in zone 5. Okay, so they got production stopes going. That's big because most of the work previously was in development stopes or development drives and stuff. They will have 2 long hole drills coming soon, I think, or they have those commissioned. Long hole is when you drill big holes down a gold bearing structure, and then you basically blast your way back up. So it's a cheaper way of mining. Think of it that way. Anyway, they're now capable of doing long hole drilling and stoping. They are going to have 2 remote capable loaders in May. That'll help make loading tons more efficient. Get the tonnage up. Why? Because they're trying to get up to the 500 tons per day or 500 plus tons per day. And they're also upgrading the CIL circuit with blowers. They basically inject air into the solutions to help foster solubility of gold. Okay, so what is the company doing? They're moving forward. They're making hay. Be patient. I think they'll deliver. I'm confident they will pull something off here. Let's go to the next slide. Kuya announced discovery of high grade to the south of Bethania in a new area. I think this is intriguing because they are already, ready to resume operations at Bethania. That's the first bullet up there. But the veins down at this Tito PH, which is 1.5 kilometers to the south, yielded some very high grades. You can see 12 of 39 samples reporting over 1,000 grams per ton silver equivalent. All right, so this is a new vein system they can sink their teeth into, probably put drives in fairly quickly, and hopefully develop into a producing mine. Same at Carmelita Norte. You have very high grade, up to 1,200 grams per ton silver equivalent there, and 12 samples in excess of 500 grams per ton silver equivalent. So the story is coming together at Bethania. This is where Kuya started, and I'm glad to see them actually get to the point where they're going to be in production, but also able now to pull in some new discoveries and make a bigger and bigger story out of this. Go to the next slide. Okay, the last company today is Red Pine. I realize I might have missed one or two, but I'm already way over time. But Red Pine intersected very good results at the Wawa Gold Project. You can see 5.34 grams over 13.4 meters. These are basically infill and step-out holes or incremental step-out holes around the Surluga area here, and you can see the details over on the right. But what I really want to point out, and I think I touched on this in another presentation recently, Mikhail Michaud has joined Red Pine as its president and CEO. Folks who know him, he was at West Dome. He was had the Midas touch there at West Dome a few years back. Managed to help find that high grade. That's his specialty is near mine and development level drilling and work that needs to be done, like here at Red Pine. And he made West Dome a huge success there. So let's see if he's got the Midas touch here at Red Pine.